There's a shot of beautiful downtown. Hold on, let me put that shot back up real quick. Beautiful downtown Dallas as we celebrate a Cowboys win. Hold on. I'm about to go to immediate game reaction. I'm gonna go straight to Sham's face here in just a second, real quick. Let's go straight to her face real quick. Ah, look at that! Look at that! Hold on, look at the screen.
Boy, your emotions, man.
Look at that!
Your emotions, Sam.
That's my dog. Hey, that's my dog.
You better check up
That's
blood
my
pressure.
dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
You better check up blood pressure.
We gotta get that clip with Sham dancing at the Chris Brown concert, just getting it in. Shams, how you feeling, girl?
This was a good team win. Run defense is just awful.
No. You ain't getting no.
Come on, man.
You get right now.
No, come on.
Right now. Hold on.
Come on,
At
man.
3:20 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, you give my guy his flowers. You give
Tony
RB1 his flowers right now.
No.
And you
No.
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 Put your hand down.
No.
Put your hand
No.
down. You say put your hand down. I am sorry. Tony Pollard.
I'm not
Doubting
saying
you
it.
for being running
never
back
doubted
number
him.
one.
I ain't never. Okay, Kendrick, I got you right here. I never.
Right.
I never doubted Tony Pollard. I've
Yes, you
always
did.
been a Tony
Yes, you
Pollard.
did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you
I
did.
said.
Yes, you did. Every day, every
Shut up.
minute,
Can I
second hour,
finish?
you doubted
Can I
that
finish?
man. You
Can I
doubted
finish?
him.
Okay.
You said hey, roll the tape on the pregame show.
What
You
happened?
doubted him then.
What happened?
Oh, they're gonna miss
I
Zeke.
never
I
doubted
just
him.
can't do without Zeke. And
I didn't
doggone,
even
they had
say
that. They had the highest rushing total of the season, and who was missing? It was Zeke. It was Zeke missing. You know what? Because they had
So, can I
RB1.
finish? Can I finish?
He did the same thing to me about 5 minutes ago. Just let him have his moment.
Okay, can I finish?
Go ahead, Sham.
No, I want you to finish. I want you
Okay,
to finish.
Kendrick.
Get this man his flower.
I have always been a Tony Pollard fan. What have I not been a fan of is everybody putting.
You better tell the truth. You better tell the doggone truth right now.
When have
I will
ever-
come.
when have-
I will come to Mesquite right now, and I will snatch you, girl. I will snatch you right in front of your daddy. You understand me? And your daddy will agree with me with snatching you right here.
No, he would not. Because here's my thing. I have never been a fan of teams of fans putting them against each other. I said let them coexist. Now,
Yeah,
Tony
Kendrick.
Pollard
That's what the
did
problem
it.
is.
You know what?
Thank you.
You right next to me. I can't get the hub. I'll get to you right here.
Tony
You right here.
Pollard did this
We on the
against
second.
worst-
Let Shams finish. Let Shams
We
finish.
on the second
Let Shams finish.
Ain't nobody gonna miss you.
Let Shams finish. She got a point she about to make her. Go ahead, Shams. You won't be brutally interrupted anymore.
Thank you. Tony Pollard did this against the worst rushing defense in the league. He was supposed to do this.
Where
He
you
was
going?
supposed to do this.
Where you going? Don't walk in. She gave him his flowers. She gave him his flowers. What you want? She gave him his flowers. I agree.
But here's also, I do want Tony Pollard to get more touches going down the stretch because when he touches the ball 14 or more times, the Cowboys are undefeated. Tony Pollard is going to give you that long run, those yards. He's going to give you that. This is not Zeke. Zeke is not 2016 Zeke. What we're seeing is Tony Pollard be 2016 Zeke. He broke tackles. He had a long one. And that's what Tony Pollard is here for. Zeke is going to get you the short yards, the grinded out yards. He's going to do that. Both of these running backs can coexist in this locker room as being RB1 and RB2. It is okay. It is okay.
It's been a trap week for Dallas teams. Thank you, Cowboys, for not making it 2 straight days of losing against sorry FC.
Well, get ready because we still got a night game.
Still got those damn Dallas Bears.
Still got a night game.
You
ain't out the woods work yet.
Jose, don't watch later. Well, Shams, Dallas Cowboys creep out of here with a victory. Kendrick wants us to throw a TP20
all week. We have a bye week all week.
It's okay. You know, Tony Pollard won't be here next year. He's on a contract year. So.
Go. You know what? You know what? The hate on what did this man? What this man do to you? Did you see this man after our club or something? He kind of shunned you off. What happened? What this man?
I actually love Tony Pollard. I actually really love Tony Pollard.
Man, the man won you the game. The man snatched victory from the jaws of defeat because you was about to lose again, and they said, "Tony, carry us home," and Tony carried you home. He carried you home.
Dak didn't throw a perfect
dart right now. With me.
Dak didn't throw a perfect dart to T1 on the offsides call, and Dak didn't throw.
You know what, Sam? You know what? Hold on. This is how low you done got on the totem pole. Now you're going to Dalton Schultz and stuff like that. You result to the Dalton Schultz, Lord. The guy ain't get Tony Pollard on. I want to speak to your father. I want another nose. I want another nose on this
I'm gonna let you speak
I want to speak to the man of the house.
Where's Mr. the man of the house? I got you, because the man of the house is going to agree with you.
What is that?
I love this live interaction of live tour.
I want Daddy No.
We're going to Pops right now.
Oh, there he is. Pops, thank you. Somebody, for the love of God, somebody with some wisdom. Somebody with some wisdom to please say to give Tony Pollard, this man, his flower. The man had 131 yards on 14 carries. He had 9.3 yards in average.
Kendra, look what I just typed in. That's that.
Here we go.
Wow, that's what you're gonna do.
Oh, thank you, Mr. No. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's why
I thank you.
It sounds like some home cooking.
Yeah, home cooking. I knew it was something.
It's more with the heart than with the effort on the field.
Yeah. You know what?
Wow.
You know what? Her face looked longer than Zeke's was on the sideline when Tony Pollard ran that home touchdown.
Come on, man.
You know what I told her? I said, Zeke looked like, man, let's get out of here. I need to go smoke one right quick.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, Zeke was like, hey, Papa, no. Zeke was like, man, I wish they opened up the hole for me.
They probably said,
hold up. Even Malik Davis was running the ball today.
See, it's good to have
rush defense.
You know what? I don't want to hear from you. Nobody wants to hear from you. Nobody wants to hear from you. You go over there. You go around the corner. We got the nose that actually knows what he's talking about.
Hey, listen. They probably say, hey, Zeke, we do be leaving them hoes over here. You just know
you ain't fast enough to get through.
Yeah. Hold up. When he come back in 2 weeks in Green Bay, watch how he come up. He's gonna be running with renewed enthusiasm.
Yeah. That may be the best thing for Zeke. That may be the best thing for Zeke. It may be a get right games. Hey man, you see what we got back here. You see what we got.
I heard both my son talking about well, he can just renew his contract. I said no, Zeke's out of here after the season.
Yeah, and that's the one.
Ezekiel Elliott is going nowhere.
Listen,
Ezekiel Elliott's going to retire down Cowboys.
What? Because the jersey sale?
No,
you sell good jersey, sell out jersey.
Listen, Jerry Jones is not letting his. Jerry Jones believes in the 1-2.
No, he believes in that jersey sale.
Not once the 1-2 punch don't work no more, then he'll be going. Right now, he ain't.
Hey, Mr. Nose, he believes in them jersey sales. As long as people like Shams keep buying those jerseys, we ain't gonna never get rid of.
Plus, it'll mess up the 214 area code advertising.
Oh my God!
Come on, bet that 214.
Come on, man. We trying to win championships.
Shout out to the 972.
You do not pay running backs big money. You can replace them every 3 to 4 years.
All we got to do now, Pop, we just got to bring them in there, give them a little extension, knock some of that money out the back, and keep them around. That's all we're going to do.
You'll be shaming yourself.
Hold on.
You know the first back to sign that long-term extension been out of the league by 2 years now, right? Todd Gurley.
Who's that?
Todd Gurley.
Well, Todd Gurley had a different injury that I saw him say he retired the other day. But Zeke hadn't had that kind of injury, so Zeke is still good. And I'm letting you know now, they're gonna invite Ezekiel Elliott in there after the season and say, "Hey Zeke, let's come on here and do a little extension. Let's knock some of that big cap hitting up there. Get you in here at this number."
Them jerseys still in the top 10. Let's go get this thing.
But to their credit though, they got the money under the cap. They probably can do something. But
they're gonna give him an extension and make it a nice cap, make it a soft cap hit for next year.
I seen the 1-2 punch of the future. Tony Pollard and Malik Davis. I seen the running back 1-2 punch of the future.
You mean the Malik Davis who can't stay in bounds on a
come on, man.
On a run?
Come on, man.
Mom, you and I were thinking alike. I said, good you got the first down, but you got to go down in bounds, take a knee or something, run out of bounds.
Papa knows, but they could have rewarded him and gave him the ball in the next play. They have to throw it to the backup tight end.
Everybody, hold up. You just like I told my kids, everybody in the world thought that he was gonna get the ball on that down. You see how everybody crashed in?
What they do? They threw it in.
They threw it to a tight end.
Hey, Pop, give us a second here. We got a very special guest joining us right now.
All right,
from the great city of San Antonio. She's the only Bears fan I know in America. Only one I know. I don't know of any other Bears fan. Do you know any Bears fan?
I didn't even know they were Bears fans. Well, no, they was in the building tonight. No, Bob, they was in the building tonight. But I think they left out like the Mavericks did fast last night.
You know one, Shams?
Yeah.
Well, let's check on her temperament here. It's Caroline Teague is joining us. How you doing today, Caroline?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, hold on. You see that? You see what is that? What is that? That is an L. So a hot L you just took.
Unprofessional due to the greatness of Caroline Teague.
Don't laugh that hard, gosh!
Hold on, you laughing? You almost lost the game. Don't stick with me.
Yeah. You know what? It's a second battle, and nobody will miss you right now. I'm gonna sit up there, man. Come on,
Carolina. How's it going?
I'm not having a good day. The Bears lost 29-49.
Don't worry, we not either. The what's name? The Mavericks gonna play later, so our day will just be ruined later on too. So don't worry about it. We got the Cowboys playing. We had the Mavericks later.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about what I just saw. I'm pretty upset.
Well, you haven't had for a long time, haven't you?
You guys are catching me like mid-depression because every time they lose, I go into like a depression for at least an hour.
Hey, no, they got medicine for that.
Depression right now.
It's okay. I do the same thing when the Cowboys lose.
Yeah, you go into a depression, you fall into a hole. But now I have I decided to do post game. I should have did pre-game. I would have been in a better mood. The Cowboys played really well, though. I will say that they played very well.
Halftime show. You would have been right there.
It was a halftime show.
Yeah, we do halftime. We do
you did halftime.
Hey, listen.
Well, halftime was even worse.
I don't think you have anything to hang your head down about because your team actually played really good today. Like y'all are turning the corner. I'm gonna be honest with you, like they're turning the corner.
Last week was the first time since 2000 the Bears scored over 30 points. They scored 33 points. So seeing them score, now they scored 29 points. That's good for the Bears. Like them being able to produce on the offensive side of the ball. There were some glimpses of hope. My favorite player is Khalil Herbert. He had a couple of great plays. He had a touchdown. The issue that I think that the Bears had was just their terrible offensive line, being able to block and being able to give the space that Justin Fields needs to make good throws. He's been, I don't think everybody's like, criticizing him for being a bad quarterback, but he's not a bad quarterback. It's the offensive line that has huge issues.
And he got no receivers either.
He had 120 passer rating today. So it was one thing I will say about the Bears. They have $150 million in cap space. Mm-hmm. They will be a good team. They can sign who they want to sign. But the thing is, you got to advertise it. Who wants to go play for Chicago?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like who does want to play for Chicago? Because between the issues with Roquan Smith on the defensive end, them getting rid of Robert Quinn, it's going to be really hard to try to bring some big talent to Chicago. But I'm sure that they could possibly do that. I like the fact that they now have at least over 150 million in cap space too. That's something that I think that they can really build on. There's glimpses of hope when it comes to offensive line, but I mean, really that fumble by David Montgomery, which is kind of rare, that turned into a defensive touchdown because Justin Field jumped over. Who did he jump over again? I can't remember. What.
Micah
That
Parsons.
man's
You
name
know
Mark.
who he jumped
Micah
over.
Parsons. There you go.
Micah Parsons. You know, but honestly,
I was just looking at the jump. Like, what are you doing? Like that big mistake really brought down the moral of the team and brought down the game. That's the huge mistake that the offense made. But the defense is also a big factor too. They didn't play well today.
Let's be honest. Yeah, the refs gave y'all 3. Technically, we should have had 3 or 4 turnovers because Trayvon Diggs' pass got intercepted. He intercepted it and got called back. The fumble that they say that whoever Khalil Herbert he didn't he
that he did that he had possession. I disagree with that. He had possession.
Look at damn Bears fan.
and then of course Micah Parsons scoop and score. So that's three of them that I felt like we could have had. So of course it was turnovers was 1-1. We were even, but if we really wanted to blow the game open like it should have been, the refs weren't calling anything. They didn't call holding to the very end of the game. Y'all held Micah bad.
That's what I was saying. There was a lot of missed calls that Cowboys fans were complaining about. But
hold on as far as hold on now. I know I took the Bears to win here, and I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here. There are a couple plays that if they would have caught the football, this game wouldn't have went the Cowboys' way. Let me just point that out. I know two passes that Justin Field threw that hit 2 receivers in the hand wide open in that field. That if they caught that, we talking about a whole different game here.
Yeah, and the thing is that the thing about those plays that they're a pain in the ass because you could call plays for both teams where it could change the trajectory of the game. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys beat the Bears and they beat them really well. They almost put up a 50 piece. The defense.
Hey, I almost called it. I called it on Twitter. I said they're gonna put up 50 today.
Well, Jose said that.
Can I say something that really made me mad? I just want to vent a little bit.
Go ahead.
Every time the Bears try to do a 2-point conversion throughout the season,
oh my God,
they always blow it. So as soon as I saw Coach Eberflus call a 2-point conversion, those 2 times, I was like, they're gonna botch it. First one ended up with Justin Fields. Second
Carolina. The first one they did.
How you guys do that? That's what makes me mad about my team is that those 2-point attempts never work out ever.
Carolina, the first one they did, I was like, why did they do that? All they had to do was kick a field goal. They were balling. They were balling enough. They didn't have to do it.
And I thought Tank was going to kill Justin Fields on that set.
Oh, my God.
He did kill him. That's why maybe why he jumped over Michael Parsons. I'm tired of taking these hits, man. I'm taking his on defense.
Jose wants you to know at least y'all been to the Super Bowl more recent than us, Carolina. So that's at least you got that. Jose wants you to know at least you've been to the Super Bowl.
Don't do that.
The last decade or so. At least you've been there. We haven't.
That when Peyton Manning was a coach. That's been a long while ago.
I don't want to talk about like us because we sound like old heads. They talk about the past and stuff. I don't want to do that.
Hey, you don't sound nothing worse than the Cowboy fan because they still talking about the championships from 95, 96.
Yeah, man, we saw the great Emmitt Smith.
My God.
Man, who broke his shoulder.
I wanted to
rip 1993.
I wanted to rip my eyes out looking
in
at
1993, he broke his shoulder in a win-all game with the Giants.
I was yelling for them to put the game back on TV because they kept putting the camera on Emmitt Smith. Nobody wanted to see him.
Like, Thank you.
Come on. Thank you. That man broke his shoulder in 1993 to give you a division win, to give you a shot at another Super Bowl.
Emmitt Smith's a jackass. You heard it here first.
You'll be shaving yourself.
Yeah, I'm not shaving myself.
That man broke his neck, shoulder, hamstring.
I tell you what. I'm not going to even send Carolina do it. I'm going to send you up there. Just go talk to Emmitt Smith and see what he do to you. Go try to talk to him and see what he do to you. Just see what he do to you. Well, Carolina, you say you getting ready for the San Antonio Spurs press. So you got any get real quick? I know we're doing Cowboys, but can you give us any information about the Spurs? I know they got that little Primo situation going on. I don't know if you can or cannot comment on that just yet.
Yeah, well, here the thing is, I wanted to be with y'all throughout the whole show, but this whole random Primo stuff came about where he had those sexual indecent exposure allegations coming out. One was against a Spurs employee, and the last game against the Bulls, Pop said he was going to comment on it mid-game. Josh Primo comes out, says to ESPN that he has trauma in the past and he's going to get mental help for this. Nope, I didn't go to that game. Nobody in the presser pressed Pop and asked him, hey, Primo just made a comment. What are your thoughts on this? Nobody. So I need to go to the game now because somebody has to ask Pop about how he feels about these new allegations. Because nobody
bring them back to me. Bring me those answers back because we got somebody in this room. We got somebody in this on this screen who thinks since Primo all he did was just show himself and expose himself that he can come back from it. And I won't point my finger and say who said it, but it's the guy who's sitting in front of the big old C who said that just because
y'all need to switch sides. Switch sides.
Because Primo is young and all he did was expose himself allegedly. He should be able to come back into the league.
Well, somebody put something on my heavy. He won't come back if it was somebody underage. Now, if it's somebody underage, he's done.
Well, Pop doesn't play that stuff, and
at all.
The issue is that it allegedly happened to a former Spurs employee. I think that's why he got let go because it was an employee. It's not like it was an allegation, kind of like Kobe, where it was at a ski resort or something like that, and he has to go to court and it's like the due process. This is something that's within the company, within the organization. They had to let him go. So as far as him coming back, I don't know all the details. I can't give my opinion until all the details are out. But I want somebody. People are afraid to ask Pop questions. I'm just gonna be honest. And so that's why I am leaving this early because I'm going to drive myself over there and I'm going to ask questions myself because who's going to get the answers if I don't ask them?
We need you to get the answers.
Okay, that's
why we
doing it at the back.
Doing it girl.
Hey, I want to let you know he called you Callie Kaplan because he thinks Callie Kaplan and she does reporting for the Mayor. He thinks she's nosy.
Well, no, I feel like who's gonna? I mean, seriously, like we got the elephant in the room. It was the elephant in the room the other day. Everybody's like, "How y'all think? How do you feel about Keldon Johnson scoring 24 points? Nobody cares right now." Okay, But like I said, I would stay longer, but because of all this tumultuous stuff, I definitely have to join you guys for another one. But I'm sure y'all have it on lock. Anyways, there's nothing much for me to say except my team is trash. Anyways.
Well, it does. Well, Caroline, tell you what, we appreciate you. I wish we can. Don't worry, we might need to ask Jason Kidd some questions later on because we got to figure out what's going on with our situation down here in up here in Dallas.
Who y'all playing this week?
No, we might. Oh, who the Cowboys play next week? We got to buy.
After the bye, who y'all play?
We're gonna be. We got Green Bay, the Green Bay Packers.
Now, I hope y'all win that one.
You know, Green Bay, they own you, right?
Nah,
they own you. Aaron Rodgers said he owns y'all.
Oh yeah, that's right. Remember he said that.
He said I own you.
He said he owns you. Yeah, he said he owns the Bears.
Yeah, he owns.
No, I don't react to narcissists. I'm sorry.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not a big fan of him either. I want Micah to knock him out.
Yes.
Micah knock
his ass out, please. I need Micah to do that.
We're not taking 15-yard penalties.
Yeah, Brett Favre somewhere shaking his head saying, "Damn, y'all accuse me of stealing money. Maybe y'all need to look at Aaron Rodgers. Y'all investigating the wrong Packer guy."
No, that's because he did.
Well, they say Aaron Rodgers stealing money over there in Green Bay, and Brett Favre shaking his head, say, hey, y'all need to investigate him over me. I ain't take that much money. Aaron Rodgers took y'all for millions. All right, Carolina, get to the bottom of that Josh Primo deal. We're gonna be looking to hear from you.
Bye, guys. I'll see you later.
Shams, they need to investigate him. Shams, let's talk about something here. Even though he's done his Tony Pollard whole bit deal. Okay? He did the whole Tony Pollard bit deal. Now let's get to Dak Prescott. How do you think your guy D4L did today?
I believe Dak played a great game. I'm not gonna say amazing. He played a great game. He managed the game like he was supposed to. He had, of course, that one Eric throw, that one interception. Yeah, he threw that one interception. But you can't blame him for trying to get points. Of course, he overlooked the safety. But if we're gonna look at look at yards. He was 21 to 27 for 250 and 2 TDs and had a running touchdown. When have we seen Dak run like he has today, like he did today?
Got his hand stepped on
Yeah,
too.
he got his left hand stepped on.
Yeah, the QB sneak went for 1 yard and then bust out for 25 more. And I was like, wait a minute. This is that. So
QB1.
if I had to grade Dak today, he would get an A minus.
Hold on, Shams. Walt sitting up there calling for QB1, and he was calling for Cooper Rush in the second half.
Yeah, I said why? Because we were up. I was like, oh, they should go and put Rushy in the close game. Man, we up now. Then we started. Then something happened, and then the Bears got back in
He threw
again.
that pick. He threw that pick.
Yeah, no, when then the Bears got back into it.
Yeah,
and I listen. There's one thing I like the Bears did.
First half. He threw the
I know that's what he's talking about. He's talking about right at the end of the end of the half. But here's something that I like though. I like the way the Bears was attacking when they scored that last touchdown they threw. I mean, they was going for it.
Commit. Yeah, Cole Commit.
Yeah, but man, that was nice.
Play, they showed Micah. Micah was. I hadn't seen Micah that mad. He was literally screaming that he was being held, and it's to the point now. We lose count in the games of how many times Micah is being held. There was one on a third and like 12 where they picked up the first down running that they missed a holding call as well. This officiating crew was not good. I'm just gonna be honest. They missed calls on both sides. Cowboys got away with things. Bears got away with things, but it was like more egregious on the Bears side because Micah was getting held, Dante was getting held. It was bad, and I'm just like, what are our players supposed to do? And let's honestly talk about the roughing the passer. There's been 3 roughing the passer penalties called this year on Cowboys players that have been detrimental to the drive, to the Cowboys. Who did it today? Who got called for it today? Golston. What is he supposed to do? Yes, he's going up to defend the pass. You can go up. The defender has just as much right to go up and defend the pass, and he did not hit him in the head. He hit him in the shoulders.
If any kind of contact, I'm telling you, any kind of contact, it's going to call.
Ask my dad because at the end of the day, yes, it's protect the quarterback, but what do you tell your defensive players who's going after the quarterback?
It's the way the league is, Shan. I don't make the rules. The way the league is. When that play happened, what did I say? That's coming back.
Yeah,
I immediately said that's coming back because you can hear the sound. And so, listen, referees are human and they make bad calls too. And when they've been groomed on, hey, we can't allow quarterbacks. They're the face of the league. We got to keep them in because we got to have them sell a product. They are not going to let you hit these quarterbacks up high or down low. That's just the way it is.
Justin Fields is not selling. But seriously, Golston, Fowler, and somebody else has had one that has been. There have been 3 bad passing and roughing the passer penalties. And it's not just the Cowboys. It's around the league. They're horrible.
Yep. I agree, but it's the way the league is, the way the refs are taught by the league to ref the game.
Oh, there's Dak running there right there, looking good.
Look at that man running. Look at my
Then he tried to spike the ball him in the face, man.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't talk about that.
Oh, there go TE1 right there.
There go TE1.
Yeah.
Michael Gallup with a good game today. Michael Gallup with a good game today, Shams.
So what now?
You want me to run down?
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, Shams. Michael Gallup had a good game today.
Yeah, I'm about to run down the stats for you. I'm gonna run them down.
Okay, go ahead.
So for the people listening who who just want to sit and watch the stats and box score or whatever, this is the stats for the Cowboys side. You had Dak Prescott going 21 to 27 for 250. He averaged 9.3 yards in the air for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he had a rushing touchdown with a passer rating of 114.5, which is a great game from him. Dallas rushing the ball. Tony Pollard, he had a big day. He had 14 carries for 131 yards. His longest was 54 yards. That sealed the game. He averaged 9.4 yards a carry. carries. Dak had 5 for 34. Malik Davis had 8 of 23. And Turpin got in for 1 of 11. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb had a decent game. He had 5 for 77 yards, average 15.4. Dalton Schultz had 6 for 74 yards. Michael Gallup had 4 for 49. Malik Davis had 2 for 18. Tony Pollard had 1 for 16 yards. On the defensive side, the person who led in tackles was Donovan Wilson, who has been an underrated defensive player this year. Donovan Wilson has stepped up and been a big name in Cowboys households who is not getting a lot of shine, but he has played his butt off. Right behind him, you had Jaron Kearse and Trayvon Diggs with 6 solo tackles each. You had 4 total sacks in this game with Jaron Kearse, Dante Fowler, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Osa Odigizua getting all in each 1 sack apiece. So you had a pretty good defensive game, except for run defense. I don't know what happens there in run defense. Hopefully they can fix it in the bye week. Turpin wasn't able to return the kick ball today. They didn't really kick to him. And here's another stat. Brett Maher went 7 for 7 on extra points with no
What?
field goal.
This guy's comeback player of the year. After all his field goals he missed last year.
Brett Maher said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, Brett Maher with.
Hold my beer moment.
Well, Jose wants us to talk about the run defense. Yes, can we talk about the run defense already?
Yeah, it was trash. Man.
Jose, ain't nothing to talk about. They suck. I mean, ain't nothing to talk about. It just sucks.
Listen, I would say this. LVE was trash in the run game, but he did make the play of the day on that strip. So I got to give him that. But other than that, he was trash in the run game. He was not aggressive at all.
I will say he had a solid game. Run defense, I can't say he was good because he wasn't. Everybody was bad in that. But in passing or whatever, LVE was in the backfield a lot. And he had some decent tackles for loss today.
Well, I was trying to ask you about Michael Gallup. He had a very good game today. To me, in my eyes, he didn't drop anything. That's really good.
Yes,
He ain't no moment.
He dropped the 3rd down. Yes, we did. Coming after.
Oh, he dropped.
First drop. 3rd down. He dropped.
Yes, Shams no.
Yes, 3rd down. It was 3rd and 4. He dropped it.
Yeah.
Shams no. Shams no.
Never mind. He didn't have that good of a game. He dropped the pass.
No,
like
he had a solid game. Who I'm proud of today is CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, there we go.
A 100-yard game, but he held on to the ball. That final drive where he extended and caught the ball, literally, it hit his hands. He wasn't a body catcher today. He caught the ball with his hands, and that was something I wanted to see more from CD. Now, when you move on to Michael Gallup is that body catcher, and that's what happened on that 3rd and 4. He tried to catch it with his body. I thought it was PI, but when I looked at the replay, I thought the defender had hooked him around his waist, but he never got it. He just dropped the ball flat out.
You know what, Shams? I'm actually going to give credit to Dak Prescott. The passes he was throwing today were pretty good. Yeah. They weren't behind. They were in front. He was leading second half.
Well, in the first half. Second half. After he threw that pick, they got a little safe right there.
Well, Kendrick brought up a good point. He kept saying the Cowboys started to play a little scared after that interception.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
They started playing a little.
They played scared because
they played scared. They played a little.
They played a little conservative. They went back to the running game, but he also had some great completions in the second half. The one to CeeDee Lamb to move the chains. He had one to Michael Gallup to move the chain. Now, there was one to Michael Gallup that was behind him that Michael Gallup ended up catching. That was a spectacular catch. I was glad he held on. The one to Dalton Schultz over the middle on the offsides that went for like 30-something yards. Maybe 20-something. That was a great ball, too. They passed the ball in the second half, but they went back to the run game because Chicago could not stop Tony Pollard. They couldn't.
TP20. Now, Chef, they're showing. We talking about the Bears here. Listen, my hat goes off to the Bears. I think the Bears played a really good game today. I mean,
yeah,
really
their
good
run
game.
Defense is just as bad as the Cowboys. Their run
it
defense
is, but
lost the game.
Look, here goes a pass right from Justin Fields. Look at this right here. If he catches that, just catches that.
Yeah. And Justin
I think it's another one right here. Is this If he catches that,
that was good.
No.
Deron Bland
got that.
No, I'm just saying, if he just catches it, we talking about something.
Good tackle by Wilson. Good tackle.
I think Justin Field played.
I don't know what this play call was.
That was just like you said. That was just to get the. That was just to get the field goal.
We taking his field goal right.
Yeah,
here.
that was just to get the field, get us in the field goal, get us to the halftime right there.
This was a bad call, right? That was a fumble.
That was just a bad call. And look who's right there.
There's when Tank killed. There's the play you were talking about when Tank killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't get away.
Fowler.
Yeah, that's your boy Fowler, Dante Fowler, champ.
Yep.
Justin Fields, I mean, he played a hell of a game. I mean, he was man.
This is the play. Right, a strip. Justin Fields jumps over the guy, not knowing that he wasn't down. And here comes Michael Parsons, his first defensive touchdown. He fell in.
Mm-hmm.
He got in.
You're gonna be
That
seeing a
boy
lot
was
more of that in his
tired.
career.
Michael was so tired at the end of the game. Did y'all see him on the bench? He lay back.
Yeah, man. When you carry 53 men on your back, you get tired.
I thought Trayvon was gonna have a great interception right there. That would have been nice.
Yeah, half our team just on the
we glad we got a bye week. I wanted to say that because every last safety we got was running off the field.
Man, everybody was just hurt.
Everybody got hurt. So this could come in a better moment. The bye, they're 6-2.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Eagles just dumb rushed the Pittsburgh Steelers today. The Giants, I don't know what the score in that is, but
0-0.
They got a big 0-0. Okay, nobody cares about the Commanders.
If you told me when Dak went down after week 1 that we were rolling into the bye on a 2-game win streak with a record of 6-2, you would not have. I would have lost the bet.
Well, Walt did because he picked the Lions and the Bears back-to-back weeks.
Right, he did.
I don't know
why he picked the Lions and Bears, but I honestly can say that
Bears were closer than the Lions were.
This coaching staff has coached this team to win. They're resilient. They don't fold, and we're 6-2. We need help. We need to be big Seahawks fans, so we'll be number 2 in the division today. When the Giants lose. We all think the Giants are going to hit a wall, but it seems like the NFC East is just that strong. Like I said, I haven't seen a strong, dominant team out of the NFC except for Philadelphia. And I say that because Philly has a tendency to lack off in the second half, which they then become beatable right there. First half, they're great. Second half is when you won because they give up the most points in the second half. I still believe that Thanksgiving Day game against the Giants is going to be big. I feel like Dak is going to roll them out and just beat them flat out because he wasn't here the first time. And then you have Philly on December 24th, Christmas Eve. Those 2 games, I feel like if you win those 2 games, you come out of the bye and beat the Packers, you can roll into the playoffs.
I mean, there's only one more trap game on the schedule. Now, you giving Houston, Texas a trap game?
I say no. I'm just a blowout game. I say you said Jacksonville. I say Indianapolis also.
I don't think the
Indianapolis with Sam Ellinger, who can't. That dude sucks. Jonathan Taylor sucks this year. He was the worst number 1 pick in fantasy. He has not.
Is that game here or there?
I think it's here. It's on Sunday. I know it's a Sunday night football game. How in the world the Colts got Sunday night football with the Dallas Cowboys is amazing to me. I'd be ashamed of themselves for that one.
It's one of those things where if your team plays ball like they're supposed to, like I said, and barring injury, significant injury, this Cowboys team can go as far as you want them to go.
I'm just curious. Did the Carolina Panthers lose? Oh, Peyton Manning's at the end at the Colts game today.
Yeah.
What Shams? Would you consider this? Shams, would you say this? This year's playoffs, as far as the NFC is going to be wide open. That anybody can come out of whether they're a wild card team or they have home field throughout the playoffs.
I agree with that.
Yes, I agree because you don't have Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you might have them, but both of their teams suck. Another trap game that I'm thinking, Minnesota. Minnesota looks pretty good.
I
That
don't
may
think
be
that's a
one of
trap game. I
those
think
games.
that's a tough game you're gonna play. I think Minnesota's good. I don't think it's a trap game. I think Minnesota's gonna win that division. I think that they're winning that division. I think they're winning that division. They're gonna get 13 wins this year. Just because of the division they're in.
And the division is so bad, so they had
Mhm.
no choice but to win.
So they're gonna win. So I don't consider that a trap game. The Cowboys will be underdogs when they play them, whenever that is.
That's after the Packers game.
After Packers.
Yeah, we played that whole division back to back.
So the Cowboys may be underdogs both games. So I don't think they're gonna. It may be even. It may be even in that Packers Cowboys game. Maybe even more.
Are we
Right?
home for the Vikings game?
No, on the road.
We're on the road. We're on the road the next 2 games.
We play Packers on the road, and so we're gonna miss some home games. Luckily they play in a dome in Minnesota, so that works out. But I think the Packers game is one of those. Your defensive line may have a huge game because I can't tell you. You got Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb, but you also got to be scared of Aaron Jones and
That's the guy.
Hold on, Shams. We got somebody about to step to the podium. Let's see who we
Y'all
got.
about to lose me. I gotta go get ready for Mavs game.
Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna see who at the podium here. Who we got up first? I'm gonna guess Double MC.
I don't know why you want to ruin
It's
your night.
Double MC.
I don't know why you want to ruin your night like that with the Mavs.
Offense not actually kind of getting in a good rhythm. Can you just talk about today coming out touchdowns on the first 4 possessions?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really, as a whole football team, I was so happy to see the production today because, I mean, this team has been practicing very well. And that's something as a head coach, you want to see them. Obviously, you want to have success every Sunday, but you definitely want to see them rewarded for doing the extra. And we have. You know, we been really focused on third down offensively. Obviously, you know, I think you get what you emphasize in this league and had a good day on third down. Knew we had to run the ball today, you know, just respect for their defense and how they play. We definitely hit that. I think we had, 200 yards rushing. So, it's nice to see these guys rewarded because a lot of positive things. You know, we had the ball out a number of times defensively. Obviously, the run defense will, and we know that's the way people are going to continue to really come after us. You know, I thought the Bears had a really good playing a lot of scheme, a lot of different things, a lot of misdirection. So I think that, the new direction that they established Monday night against New England, we saw the second version of it. So this is definitely a game we could be better for. But I was just happy with the way the game started because that's what the preparation looked like, and I think it's always a sign of a team hopefully starting to catch a little bit of their groove because it's just like anything to win in this league. You have to have it in all 3 phases, and frankly we haven't done that yet this year, and today is as close as we have gotten to it.
Mike Edwarder with ESPN. Tony Pollard, I assume, at least met your expectations starting for Zeke. Could you just speak to the question of his versatility and how it allows you to be more creative offensively?
Definitely. I mean, we look at Tony, as a 1 and Zeke as a 1. I know everybody keeps trying to. I mean, we're very fortunate to have this duo of backs. I mean, and we prepare that way, we scheme that way, and Tony just took the lead spot. We planned on, the goal is to get him around 20 carries is what I was looking for. And frankly, if the game would have gone a different direction, he could have gone to 30. I mean, that's just, the outlook as you prepare to play an opponent each and every week. But yeah, Tony's a very disciplined runner, and he's got the home run speed. I mean, he's the ability to run inside the tackles, but then he gets on the perimeter. He's dangerous because he breaks tackles and he can finish the run. So I thought Tony Pollard played the way he always does. He just had more opportunities today.
Mike, the Micah Parsons play, being pushed behind Fields, getting down in that position to make that, just your description of that play and how rare is it for anybody to be able to make that sort of play given where he was and how it unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, Mike is such a dynamic player, and those are game-changing type plays, not only to, create the takeaway, but to be able to finish it. I was obviously very excited, but part of me is annoyed because he wants to be on offense already. Now, I'm going to have a hard time keeping an eye on my office. So, but his ball security was awful. So he still needs to focus on defense.
Coach Stu Myrick from the Horn, 104.9 in Austin. Going into the bye with a win. Defensive players took some bumps today, some bumps and bruises. I know you're looking for them to heal up in the bye week. What else are you looking forward to in the bye week?
I'll be honest with you. I'm just looking for these guys to spend as much time as they can with their family and their friends and get away from it. This NFL season is a grind. 17 games is real, and that's the way we approach it. And I think, like anything, as a head coach, as a younger head coach, do you give them the schedule early? Do you let them plan and so forth? But I gave this team the schedule last Monday, and and with that, I think it's a great opportunity to give them some type of responsibility to make sure they took care of business today. We even talked about 54% of the teams, 54% win of teams going into a bye, and that's not cutting it. We don't want to be in that part of that group, so we want to be in that in the higher group. We averaged 72+% win percentage in the last 2 years. So I think things like that, because anytime you give a group of people more responsibility, it's the levels of trust you continue to do. And this team is it's built the right way, and it starts in the locker room. And I just like the maturity of how we worked this week. This was a good work week, and I think when you have a good work week and you're rewarded, that's what I'm looking for. So these guys deserve this time that they have off. We give them instruction and reminders and things like that. As far as the nutritious, talking to them, the strength conditioning. So, this is important for them to get away from it a little bit. And the reality of it is, a lot of them won't. They'll be in here in the facility. That's just kind of the way this group is wired. So, but it's a good time for us as a football team to have a bye week.
Well, Mike McCarthy has some vision in history because there was some of the stuff like, whoa, hold on, Mike.
Yeah, Mike sitting up there talking about we were dominant in all 3 phases of the game. Was you watching? Was he there? You gave up over 200-yard rush.
Were you there?
I mean, good grief, Mike. I mean, talk with your chest out. I mean, hey, Mike's feeling good about himself, man. Got a bye week at 6-2. I guess he got no choice.
Were you there? Because I was there.
Yeah, that day that defense wasn't that good. And if you want something a little bit, kind of be worried about, not the poo-poo in your Kool-Aid, but the run defense is still not good. We gotta really see what the injuries are to these safeties. With Curse and Hooker and Wilson, that's your 3 top safeties. Michael's a little dinged up, so the bye couldn't come fast enough. And as far as my account, get these guys healthy. Get these guys ready. Because here's the second half push, Walt. Second half push.
Jarvis, you got to be ashamed of yourself up there talking about Mike McCarthy talking loud.
Yeah, man. He's talking with his chest out today.
Loud and proud today, boy.
Chest out today, boy.
Kind of.
Say, y'all thought you had me fired start this season by this time, man. I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I did think you was gonna be fired after round.
Everybody did. Everybody expect you to be here this long. Thought you gonna be?
I thought you gonna pull a Wade Phillips next Green Bay. He ain't gonna be your last guy. That Green Bay, he gonna put you on that plane. See you. I think for Sunday night, I thought he was.
That was a Green Bay game. He got fired.
I thought he gonna be revisiting history. I said, oh shoot. Yeah, Mike gonna be on the plane.
Hey, we getting love from the Philippines. That's what I'm talking about, Ken.
What's up, man?
Hey, man, they love us over there in the Philippines.
Hey,
we go
man.
to the Philippines to do a show and be big. We be huge over there. We get a lot of love from the PP.
Yeah, man. I could be president like Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know what's going on with that situation. But go over there and do some numbers over in the Philippines. Well, we'd be a big hit over there. You was talking about Michael Parsons' ball security when he was running with the football.
Oh yeah, listen, man. Michael had it out a little bit. But he's not like he's not a running back or receiver. That was his first. That was Michael's first.
That's his first career touchdown, right?
First career touchdown run. So hey, he was struggling when he got to the 10. He was kind of stumbling over, him diving up in his zone. He didn't have much left. The man does have one arm. He had a sling on his shoulder.
You can get used to that because you're gonna be hearing that a lot more with Michael Parsons this coming season. You're gonna be hearing that a lot more with him. He kind of had me bewildered when he said that about the
all 3 phases of the game was dominant today.
They diced you up out there running, boy.
No, it wasn't.
Justin Fields had a field day running that football.
Yeah, man. Listen. The lucky for the Cowboys, unlucky and lucky for the Cowboys. They're not going to face too many teams that play like that RPO style. Unlucky. The team that
the next couple teams they played on do
right. But the team they're chasing in the division does run that type of style of football. So that's the bad news. They still have trouble with it. But hopefully they can. They got more stuff on film with the Eagles and with the Bears. So when that December 24th game comes up here in Dallas, or in Arlington with the Eagles, they'll be more prepared for it because they got diced up today. They have to shut up that run defense. It's not just this game; it's been all season. They haven't been that good in their run defense. So that's something they got to secure. They did make a trade this week. Hopefully, that can help. But if not, that could be the Achilles heel that make get them knocked out of the playoffs.
Pacquiao still dreaming for presidential position.
Oh man, come on, man.
He's dreaming.
Oh man, I thought he was president. I thought
they're sleeping on it.
Oh man.
But to be honest, we haven't had a solid up the middle run defense in a long time. But we still have the number 3 defense in the league right now. But who we got right here? We got somebody talking. We got TP20. We got TP20. Let's go to TP20.
Job, fighting in there at the end, but we did a good job finishing.
Could you talk about the balance because you guys were throwing the ball and running the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we felt like we had pretty good success, with running and throwing the ball today. So we wanted to keep the defense guessing, just switch up the tempos, go fast, go slow, and just keep them on their toes.
Can you describe your first touchdown run?
Oh man, it was a good one. Which one was the first one?
The 18 yards.
18. I'm trying to think about it.
You got your choice. The first one or the second one, it don't even matter. It was a good day for touchdown.
I just know the last one was tough because I was winded, but you got in there.
And can you talk about the defense as well? They had their hands full with Chicago's running game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our defense did a good job battling. Other teams are gonna make plays. They did a good job of making plays. The Bears, but we did a good job sticking in there, getting turnovers at the end. Just finishing.
Everybody was going crazy in here. Was that because you guys got the next week off? Is that what the celebration was all about with the victories?
A little bit of that and a little bit of early game, early finish. So, you add it up. It's a lot of excitement.
Congratulations, TP.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of a statement today, the way you handling things?
I mean, I think that's for y'all to decide, but, I'm going to continue to control what I can control. So.
Like the load that you got today. Remember on the week we were asking about having a heavy workload. So what do you think of the load you got today?
I mean, I think we did a good job, with the roles we had today, getting different backs in there, keeping guys fresh, getting carries, throwing the ball around when we needed to. I feel like we had a good game plan.
How would you rate your performance considering you were coming into this game obviously as a starter?
I would say I had a pretty good performance.
Overall, you talked about the team. It was actually a very offensive game. Overall, how would you describe the back and forth of the game today?
I would say it was big for offense. We needed a game like this where we could show that, when we get into the red zone, we can get 7 instead of, finishing with 3 and, just finishing with scores and points, added up at the end.
You're talking about changing things up on the Bears defense. Can you talk about going no huddle and up tempo early and often? Was that because they were coming off a short week and tired, or what is it? If it wasn't to do with them and their rest, what does it do for you guys?
I mean, we just know it's hard enough playing this game, but once you're winded, you're not thinking the same, you're not communicating the same. So, it's a better chance of breaking a big play or breaking a play. So when you like to switch up the tempo, that's what we were thinking.
I think he was a 3rd and 1, and he broke free for like a 24-yard run.
I think he looked great today. Pulling a couple runs, RPOs, using his feet. Had the first touchdown he ran in. That was big for us. I feel like he had a great game today, pushing it up.
What a day.
TP20 right there, y'all. That is TP.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the guy who was the person who was answering getting most of the questions to TP20 has the great Chris on him. So if you see somebody going about 105 miles down 30 East heading to the AAC, that probably would be him. Just get out of his way. Don't want to have any accidents down there.
Yeah, Chris on got a zip over there to go push that whack ass 3 for 12
yeah.
at the AAC.
So he can yell at people in the AAC, tell them to get that 3 for 12.
I'll be ashamed of stuff. TP20. Very great game today. Man was going so hard today. They don't even remember which touchdown that he was talking about. I was out there just balling.
Well, he had 3 of them. He had, like he said, 14.
I was winded on the last one.
He had 14 for $131, 9.48 yards and carry, three touchdowns. He also caught a pass for 16 yards on one hell of a day by Tony Pollard.
He also had the famous line, "You call it, I haul it." That's his line today.
Hey, well,
they asked him how you gonna do with all these plays. He said, "You call it, I'll haul it."
Yeah, well, he was hauling it.
Yeah, he hauled it today.
He was hauling, man. We need every bit of that 131 today.
I know you right.
So,
I know you right. He hauled that thing today.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
A little over top there, brother.
I know you're right. Nice
there.
touchdown. Is that Cooper Kupp? Of course, it's Cooper Kupp. I wanted somebody to ask him how it felt to get so many attempts today, and is it something that he thinks that he can possibly sustain? Because it's a little different when you gotta do it every week as opposed to 1 week.
Hey man, when you got shoulders like him, you got shoulders like this, you can stand that weight. Okay. I don't think you got a problem with it.
Okay,
I don't think you got a problem with it.
All right, I see I pick up what you're putting down. Let me go. It was a comment here. He said, Jarvis said, "I love that answer. I'll let y'all decide that, and I'll stick with what I can control." Great answer.
Yep.
No field goals today. Very good point. Except for the extra point, though. We did not. We did not. And Lewis Page said, my buddy from high school, he said it. What's his name? Like Mike Vick out there today. Justin Fields. No, Mike Vick was out there.
Yeah. Well,
he ain't too far off.
Ain't too far off, man. That dude got. This dude can flat out. When he's in the open field, man, it's a problem. All the guy needs, I feel, he needs some receivers, some legitimate receivers, and I think that team can be a real problem. Too bad for the Packers, man. You got the Vikings, look like they're on the come up, like the Bears on the come up. The Lions, well, whatever. But
I thought, did they win today? They were up. They had a big lead.
I do not know, brother.
I thought they had a big lead on somebody at one point.
They playing the Dolphins, so I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know if the Dolphins came back and won, but they had a big lead on the Dolphins. All right, we got somebody else about to step up here to the podium. Let's see who we got. Who we got coming up here? I'm gonna guess QB1.
Oh, they lost today.
Oh my God,
they're 1-6 now. Somebody's finna get fired.
I think it's Michael Parsons. Let's go to Michael Parsons.
Simba.
I saw he was stepping up. I kind of retraced, like once you get to a landmark in your rush, and I'm just, pursuing. And then once I see the ball's going, I'm just running to the ball. I see he broke a couple tackles and the ball came out. I just landed on the ball. That kind of popped up, ready to, celebrate with the team. I thought I was down, and everyone's like, go, go, go. And, I just went. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Zeke said I look just like him. You know what I'm saying? I think I definitely deserve a rep now. They can't say they haven't seen in the game, so hopefully I get thrown in a goal line package or a red zone package. But hey, who knows? There was some similarities between that play and the play you made last week against the Lions. You were at the 10-yard line rushing the field, recovered the fumble at 36, and then returned it. How much does that speak to your dogged pursuit of football, no matter what happens? That just shows effort, man. You can't teach effort. Coach has been hounding on me about my superpower. Like I told you guys last week, and just running to the ball regardless of if you make the play, not make the play, but you just never know what happens on the football field. And kids out there who made like, I'm running to the ball, but it's not turning out. Man, it took me a year and a half before I finally got lucky. So sometimes it's just consistency. Just keep running to the ball, keep striving, and eventually the ball's gonna come your way. That's just the football gods. How do you feel about 6-2 this fall? Having a winning streak of 2 straight with this momentum going into the ball. 6-2 is okay. I prefer 8-0. That's just me. I don't know who else agrees with that, but it's cool. But we just gotta keep going. It's so much football left. We got to take this bye, but we got to take it seriously. We got to take our byes, take care, get rest. So that way we got a tough NFC stretch coming in here. So, we got to be prepared for that. So, and we got to make sure we continue winning that stretch. You guys evaluate your win. What do you guys need to do to make that a part of your defense? That's the thing. I think we're getting a different game plan from everyone else. And, I think there was a couple points in the game where we were kind of surprised about the run. There were some 3rd and longs they ran it where we were surprised and maybe got caught off guard. So we just got to own our keys a little bit more and just be prepared for anything. I think
teams realize we have a really good defense, so they're going to try to hit us in the most bizarre ways. So we got to expect the unexpected at this point. You know, for me, it hit home for me because Damon's like my little brother. I remember when he got drafted, you know, he reached out to me. We had the same agent. And he called me and said, hey, man, I'm super happy to play with you. And, you know, how does it like, you know, and he just asked me a bunch of questions. I'm like, man, you know, and I know about his injuries. Like, I'm not really expected to play. And, you know, he's texting me. He's frustrated. He's not playing. And, you know, for me, and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, just be patient. Your time's coming. Your time's coming. And when he got cleared and he got his green light to play, man, and, you know, internally, I wish I could have watched him, but, you know, just play out there with him, knowing how hungry he was to get out the field. You know, he's out there begging for scout team reps so he could get better, get back in the rhythm of things. So for me, it hit home for me because that's like my little brother, man. We hang out. We go bowling every Monday. I take him bowling. I whoop his butt in bowling. I hope y'all know that. But, you know, for me, I'm just happy he's playing. He's getting back in his rhythm because, you know, I think he loved the game more than anybody on his team. Like I said, we got to expect the unexpected, and we just got to own our keys. We got to dial in. You know, I think we all know we want to pass rush, and that's kind of like our superpower, and you know that's what we're really good at. But you know, we gotta stop the run to get to those pass situations, and we just got to own our keys. And you know, obviously, we got to start work our hands a lot more, and you know, get off blocks.
I like that.
Well, we just had a situation develop here on the show where Shams popped off for a minute, and now it appears that she's back. Listen, I know we just gave you the public service announcement about Chris Arnold flying down the freeway.
Yeah, look out.
Just get out of the way. But
Yeah,
if you
look
see
out.
Shams on the freeway, just get out of the way because she's headed down to the AAC also with Chris Arnold.
Who gets that first? Chris Arnold, Shams.
I'm not headed to there right now. I'm actually headed to my best friend's house who I'm riding with.
Oh, okay.
They have season tickets too, but they got free parking at the Lexus in the Lexus thing. So I don't want to pay for parking or anything. So I'm going to ride with them.
Yeah, carpool.
Yeah, man.
Very cool.
It's always about the hustle.
Yeah.
And you see, no Mavs gear. So I just put on blue.
Are you in protest? Yeah, I'll be ashamed to put on that mask after last night.
You in protest, Shams? Tell the Rams you're not gonna work nothing else if they lose another game like that.
I'm just going to, support my Cowboys and my Mavs.
Shams shaking her head, bought the mask. He tickets.
Hey, it ain't me. My daddy bought them.
Oh, I know Pop's in there upset.
Damn, I'm wasting all that money.
He brought his glasses down. Say they didn't go out here and lose these damn Oklahoma City Thunder like that last night. I spent all this money.
And all my mama wants is me to bring her home some popcorn. So that's all she care about.
Hey, she should be in a good mood today. The Saints won today.
Yeah, she's in a very good mood.
Let me tell you how I know my mama don't watch no football. I don't even know if she knew the Saints was playing. She been upstairs. They went to the casino last night, so they ain't get back to this morning.
Oh, don't worry. Saints fans probably don't know the plan either.
Yeah, she came in and she cooked some greens, some turkey wings, and some candy yams and cornbread. So she in the bed for the day.
Ooh, man, we need to be heading over there.
Yeah, damn. All we had was Wingstop.
Well, we should make a road trip over to Shams' house. Can we bum rush the kitchen?
Can we ask Pop? Can we come do a live remote from live show?
No, he don't care. What up, Jarvis? What's up, Jarvis?
She cut that off.
Yeah, can we come to the house and do a live show in the kitchen or something? Damn, can we get something?
Yeah, we don't eat that much.
Hey, y'all know my family is open, open arms. They like y'all, they love y'all. So y'all welcome anytime to come to the house. And
I want to do it in that backyard we was at for that party.
Actually, bro, that's what house I'm at.
Okay. That makes sense.
I just pulled up to.
All right, we got somebody about to stand by for an interview. I guess QB1 it. And it is. It's QB1.
Oh, he got the image on. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, look at that jacket. That shirt.
4 touchdowns, so your first 4 drives.
Take it off, Dad.
How good did you feel? How good did you feel to get the offense finally going?
Yeah, it felt great. That's something that we talked about during the week. And as I said in the past, just understanding the team we have, the defense that we have, we got to reward these guys and go get some touchdowns and set our standard, knowing our expectations and who we are and what we can be. We had to go put it out there. And I think we owed that to ourselves, more importantly, just from the work and everything that we put in, winning some of these games close and grinding them out. It was important for us to go out there and start fast.
How did you feel?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I felt great. Yeah, I felt great. As I told y'all, yeah, I've got a lot of confidence in myself and this team and what we're capable of doing, our receivers. And other than, honestly, the interception, which I put on me and that's overconfidence, honestly. Once again, just trying to, believing I can't miss. And right there, once again, it's a communication. I'll go back to CD, and we already went back. And, hey, I trust you. I mean, I know it's a dangerous throw, and I know it's obviously ended up in an interception, but I think you'll see we'll make that play later in the year. And sure, people say it's a dangerous throw and it's aggressive, but that's the way I'm going to play.
Make no mistake, Dak's running game needs to be part of our running game. You have the touchdown today. You've got the 25-yard carry. Take us through what you planned going in and what you were able to do with your legs today.
Yeah, I mean, tell her we said, hey, please. Yeah, I mean, obviously feeling well, feeling healthy, knowing that I can run the ball. It's just going to open this offense up more, obviously open up the running game. And, yeah, I mean, it was a great play call by Kellen, just great with the timing of it. And, yeah, when I stuck my arms out, that was for Jared. Here you go. You asked for it, you got it. So.
DallasCowboys.com. Sticking to the running game and what you were able to do with your legs today, when you are able to bounce off of tackles and rattle it off what was a QB sneak for 25 yards in the first down, what kind of message do you feel that sends to defenders who maybe thought that you didn't have the legs or that you just stopped running late?
Yeah, I mean, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. Not necessarily worried about sending messages to these guys. I think more importantly, credit that QB sneak to our offensive line. I mean, I had my head down just trying to go get the first down and just moving my feet. And I'm like, wait a minute, nobody's touched me yet. And just kind of came out of that and looked up, and it was just me and the safety. So, I mean, going for a QB sneak untouched until 20 yards down the field is credit to those guys and credit to the receivers and just everybody. Putting a hat on somebody, as I said, finishing plays. We talked about it early in the week, making sure that we finish plays and all the way through and making sure that we have more bodies and more jerseys on the camera than they do.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. So it looks as if you cut your other thumb on that play.
Yeah. Just my luck right now. It's all right. I mean, yeah, I guess when going down, I guess he stepped on my hand or something. Scraped right there by the nail. Just was bleeding a lot, but not painful. It'll be all right. Just skin.
What does tempo do for you guys, especially early in the ball game?
Yeah, tempo is huge. Just the pace of operation that just puts pressure on the defense. Obviously makes them make more simple calls, I guess you can say. Put pressure on the defensive coordinator, and for us, we know what we're trying to get to, and we can communicate well. We can muddle huddle, as you want to say, and we're great on the ball as well, just in our communication. So just changing that up, being able to get into turbos, being able to stay on the ball, huddle up. The defense doesn't know what to expect, and when you're able to start a drive and bounce in and out of it, that's great, and I think that's going to be huge for us moving forward.
Safe to say that the confidence level for the offense.
Mm-hmm. That was QB1. He seems very excited about what was going on out there.
Yeah, man, you know what he had on? You know? You know what he had on?
What did he have on?
You know name he had on the front? Emmett. Yeah, man. Emmett, get yours.
Nobody likes Emmitt Smith but you.
Hey, I like Emmitt Smith.
Listen, I don't know what happened to you, but I always go by this saying, never meet your hero because they disappoint you. Well, I never met him, so I love him.
I had two bad encounters with Emmitt Smith. Two bad
What you do? What you do?
I didn't do anything. Okay. Story time.
Oh, God,
I've told the story numerous times. Okay. This is back when I was running plays for the G-Bag Nation, when I was under Gavin Dawson's tutelage. So, Emmitt Smith was supposed to be at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Addison for the Cowboy Hour. All right. So on the what's the name, like on the radio all day, they have been announcing that Emmitt Smith didn't sign autographs, so don't ask him. Not sign autographs. All right. So all day we knew that Emmitt Smith wasn't signing autographs, right? So we get to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Gavin had just came out with some G-Bag Nation shirts. So, of course, there are people who are there for to see Emmitt Smith, and there are people who are there to get their shirts. So we get there with the shirts, and everybody that's on Emmitt Smith's side, they blocked it off. So like they had both of those Wild Wings. They had Addison, half of it the dining room, and over in the bar area they had it like a big drape over, so you couldn't just see Emmitt Smith like that, right? So we get there with the t-shirts, and all the people from Emmitt Smith's side start coming to get their t-shirts. So then all of a sudden, just out of the blue, you hear Mickey Spagnolia get on speaker and say, "Hey guys, Emmitt Smith has decided to sign an autograph for anybody if they want it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna raffle it off. So come over and sign your name, and we'll get you. You can win a chance to get it. So what does everybody do? They leave the G-Bag. They decide to go back to Emmitt Smith's side. And I looked at Gavin and I was like, "What motherfucker?" And that's not even the coldest part of the story. When he left in the fucking kitchen. He didn't even walk out the front door.
So ever since then, you haven't liked Emmitt Smith.
Second encounter, he was up in the studio with G-Bag Nation, and Gavin was trying to get him to take a picture with the flag, and he was like, get that out of here. I ain't taking no picture with that. And I was like, wait, he came on your show to promote stuff and didn't want to take a picture with the flag? Fuck him.
Man.
Fuck him.
Man.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Man.
And it wasn't a big flag. It was when Kevin had those little small flags that you could take like a little picture with.
You know what y'all problem was?
What?
You didn't get Michael Irvin.
No, Michael Irvin is the shit. Michael Irvin at the men's tea clinic. Michael Irvin at the men's tea clinic in Addison. We were over there one day. I watched Michael Irvin walk outside, sign everybody autograph before he got in his truck. No, make sure everybody got one before he got in his truck. That's
because Michael Irvin is on them drugs, so he ain't.
Oh, come on, Shams. He's not on anything. He made sure and you know what? He signed the same thing.
The man that turned his life around.
he signed the same thing on everybody else. Michael Irvin.
Have you seen him on the sports shows in the morning? If you're gonna tell me Michael Irvin is not back on them drugs, then I don't know.
I tell you what, drugs, no drugs. At least he stops and talks to people. And even if you ain't talking about him, he's listening. Emmitt Smith, if you ain't talking about Emmitt Smith, he ain't trying to listen to you. He don't want to hear nothing you're talking about.
Okay, key word. Troy Aikman. Who's yours?
I only met Troy at a Mavericks game last season. He took a picture with me. We cool. Jay Novacek, the shit. Everybody, only problem I had was with Emmitt Smith. And a lot of people was like, yeah, Emmitt's like that. He don't do nothing for free. You got to pay him to do whatever. So I don't move with Emmitt Smith. I don't rock with Emmitt Smith like that. Not to mention he stole Martin Lawrence's wife.
Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there!
And they just got divorced, so whatever.
And there you have it. Hey, on a good note, Cowboys didn't win.
Cowboys win.
Big win, 6-2. I like what Michael Parsons said. He said, I'd like to be 8-0, but hey, it is what it is. You know, he wants to win every game. I like that.
Can't win them all.
He's that young leader. Micah Parsons is a young leader of the locker room, and I feel like everybody rallies around him. And he doesn't shy away from taking blame or placing, saying where they need to get better. It's not an always generic answer like Dak or Zeke gives you. He will go into depth of what's going wrong with the defense. Like he said, they were confused. A lot of the times they look confused. So shout out to Micah Parsons for being that young leader in the locker room.
Good deal.
Well, Shams, I know you're about to head to the Mavericks game. Any predictions? Last night I was in there. I can't go back to OKC Thunder game. Caught an L. We were up and we caught an L. Kendrick is off. Seems like Kendrick's off board with the Mavericks right now. After they embarrassed him last night, had him shaking his head in his house last night, watching them down.
I was sitting in my room for about 3 hours.
Didn't even want to touch the Xbox or the PlayStation. Don't want to play 2K.
I was going to play him on 2K, and I said, hell no. Hell.
Didn't even want to run through a simulation. I'd be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, they haven't released anybody who's not playing. I think Bertans and Frank Ntilikina, whatever his name is. I think them two are the only ones not playing because after last night, I feel like everyone needs to play.
Well, the reason why McGee didn't play was because there was no matchup for him on the floor. That's why he didn't play last night. Christian Wood shouldn't have played too much. When the fourth quarter, the Thunder went super small, and they was like, all right, Christian Wood, we let you play it. You got dusted. We got to get you off the floor,
Should have kept Josh Green in the game instead of bringing Luka back. But it's one of those things. I just think the Mavs, Orlando's not good. They got Paolo Banchero, but you should win this game with ease.
Hey,
but
you know what?
hey, what are you doing? Watch that hand. What are you doing right now? How dare you disrespect the greatness of Bobo? Bobo is coming to town,
oh, yeah,
baby.
Bobo. I forgot about him.
Bobo. You don't want to go to the AAC to see Bobo. What is wrong with you?
You didn't want to go to AAC to see Bobo.
Shams, you gonna get to see an up close look at this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
The blackest mouth in the NBA.
So
the blackest mouth in the NBA. Good grief. That's ugly man right there. That's ugly man.
Well, Shams, I hope with you in the I thought that Lizzo being in the arena the other night was gonna fire these guys up to win this game Thursday night. I heard she tore it up in there on Friday. Her and Mulatto, heard they tore it up, and I thought that was gonna fire those guys up to win that game Saturday night, but it turns out it didn't. So now we need you to go in there, fire these guys up to get this dub tonight.
Yeah,
we're gonna be watching.
No, do what you do when you coaching your kids.
There you go.
Just go, just bust in the
We
locker
lost
room,
in the playoffs.
throwing people.
It's all right. You
We
might
lost
lost
in
the
the
playoffs, but you got them there. Is the thing. So
Yeah.
Sham, so the Mavericks. They got to the playoffs and lost.
You're right. So we'll see. I get to see it up close and personal. Let's see how many Cowboy players just leave the stadium and go to the Mavs game. That'll be a funny thing to see.
Well, we know
who
something.
shows up.
We know something going on. TP20 said everybody excited. He was like, is what's everybody so excited about? Well, the game is early, so you use your imagination.
Right. You know what my dad said about that? I mean, about Zeke, where he going after the game. So
just make sure it ain't a White House anywhere.
He going to the game, Sham. He's not going.
Just make sure it ain't a White House anywhere near there. You know what I'm talking about?
What's in that White House?
A whole bunch of Cowboys can tell you, including Amos Smith.
All right, Sham, you have a good time in the game. We're gonna get out of here and get ready for the Mavs pregame show.
all right, y'all have a good one.
We look forward to it. We're gonna look. We probably gonna hear from you after the game if they
Won't you come on with us? Why you riding on? Tell us the atmosphere of the game.
I'll come on halftime.
All right, that's good. We'll do that.
All right, say less.
Well, Mavericks. I'm sorry, not Mavericks. Cowboys win. They almost said Mavericks. We know they didn't win.
About to blow everybody's high.
We know they didn't win nothing.
When the night has come.
Go. We got to go Mavs here, boy. Do they need that tonight after what they did last night?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vanessa. We just down on the Mavericks. Listen, Vanessa. I was sitting in that arena last night, thinking I done went upstairs and was talking all kind of noise. People, the Mavericks done with these guys. We gonna win. By the time I get back to my seat over in the media area, these jokers done lost the lead. And then Vanessa, on a Saturday night, I had to wait and go to overtime with the damn Oklahoma City Thunder.
And lost.
On a Saturday night.
That L, boy.
I didn't leave the arena till 12 o'clock.
It was a nice Saturday night last night.
It was a beautiful night to win.
Yeah, you could have did some other things besides see them Mavericks catch that.
Thought I was gonna get out of there in time. I actually was gonna go to my little old taco spot and get me some tacos.
It's a lot of gentleman establishments.
Yeah.
You went to,
Yeah. It's too early to go to those at that. But I tell you what, as long as I was at that arena, I could have waited around another hour, so I would have been time to go. What damn Dallas damn Dallas Mavericks, boy. Oh man. All right, so we'll be off next week for the Cowboys, but we'll still be here for the Mavericks next week. They play on like today and Wednesday and Friday. So
we'll go from there.
We'll see. Matter of fact, the next time we come back, we'll be out at we'll be back at White Rock Owl House for the Packers game and the Cowboys and Packers game. So that's the next time we'll be on for the Cowboys. But until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we'll see you around
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.